I'm here at the New York Toy Fair 2020, and I'm really excited to show you some of the new stuff that I'm seeing here. So you're gonna come explore with me and check it all out. There was a giveaway for the Sago mini box, and if you see your name here, congratulations, you have won. You have 72 hours to respond to claim your prize. Our first stop on our adventure was at Playmobil, where they have the Emmer Dreamer Surprise Collection. If you are a Playmobil fan, you are going to adore these because they involve the surprise box unboxing kind of fun that all the kids are liking. And then you have some really great Playmobil pieces, all in different characters. It's a lot of fun. I'm really excited about this if you like the Playmobil stuff. Also in Playmobil, they have a superhero collection, which I like because they have both girls and boys and superheroes, and they come with a lot of fun things where you can change colors with water pens. Playmobil had a whole bunch of different sets that are out currently or coming out for the fall. Be on the lookout for some fun finds such as these that I'm showing you here, and the details are just exquisite and they are great for imaginative play. One of my favorites of the show was this real working construction set where the crane actually moves with the remote control. Over at Hog Wild, we had the Pizza Party Throwdown. This is a great game for color matching, cooperation, and fine motor skills where you take your colored pizza ingredients and try to flip them onto the pizza. If you like to incorporate technology into your home learning or your homeschool, you would definitely like these VR science labs. You have these great educational books, and with the help of a smart device, they come alive right before your eyes. There's all kinds of experiments and educational resources in these kits, and you can also use them with a VR headset. I actually stepped inside one of the models. It was hard to show on camera, but it was really cool to see how they are bringing everything to life, from safari animals to history to even cooking. Lots of opportunities on this one, especially for your homeschool. Go-Go Bird is a hand-controlled bird, which was just fun. It was just really, really fun. So there's actually someone flying the bird, and it can go pretty far and fast, and I was pretty impressed with it. So keep a lookout for this one in the future. Who doesn't love Calico Critters? They are just adorable. I walked through some of the new sets that they have coming out this season and for fall. So if you collect these, there's a lot of great options. Calico Critters are another great imaginative play item, and I like that the sets all work together and all the characters also work together as well. And if you know anything about Calico Critters, they are super detail oriented. The pieces are super tiny, but they look so cute. A quick mention about aqua beads. If you're into Trolls, the Trolls movie is coming out. Aqua beads are perfect fine motor activity and craft. Okay, you guys, these are called Yokis, and they would actually be perfect for an Easter basket filler. I should do an Easter basket filler video. I love these because once you open them, they look like actual eggs, but you know what? It's edible. It's candy, you guys. They also had Sandy-lish, which feels like sand, but you can put it in these molds, and it also is edible as well. I found this cool activity called Crafty Surprise, where you open it and you don't know which craft you are getting inside, so you can have just a variety of different options. I always like the crafty things because I think they make a great activity. They're also coming out with some for holiday too in the Christmas themed activities. Oh My Gourd is a new game from Ravensburger, and it's really cool because you're learning about how to plant, how to grow vegetables, and you work with the cards in order to build your gourd. I'm hoping to do a full review on this one in the near future because I think you guys would really like it. They also had some really pretty memory games. I just love the pictures on these. And then who doesn't love a classic maze game? This one is double-sided, great for travel or for car rides. Educational Insights had all of their wonderful sensory items out in all the beautiful colors for Pluffle. Gotta love that. But they also had this really cool Circuit Explorer Mars Colony rocket where all of the pieces fit together to connect circuits, and it rewards you by doing something special like this one that does a little flashlight. Every kit has a little unique thing to it that it will do, plus you can use these for imaginative play. I think these circuit sets are quite amazing. They also are compatible with building bricks, as you see here. And they have different sets that you can buy, some a little bit smaller, some a little bit bigger. This is perfect for your beginning STEM engineers. Also from Educational Insight are the design and drills, which I've always loved because they're just so smart the way they're put together. New this year is going to be the rocket that has a box that will be part of the play. You just transform it to play by turning it inside out. This little game was cute too. It's called Spin Doodle, where the platform moves and you use a dry erase marker to draw. Sounds really easy, but I'm telling you it was a challenge, as was this game for fine motor, which is called T-Rex Rumble. You use the little T-Rex hands to pick up and to do the game. It was a lot of fun, and it's for ages 7 and up. Last year I showed you Coding Critters, which is back, but a little bit different from last year because now they can follow the black line. Program these and do a lot of fun activities with them, as you can Botley. I got to program a Botley and watch it go all the way across the showroom table. It's super cute. It involves STEM and coding. Over at the Razor booth, I found some Wild Ones Learn to Balance scooters, which are great for those beginning scooting kids. These are great because they have big chunky wheels and they are low to the ground, which will help with any kinds of falls that you might have. I also like the designs that they have and the colors. They're really, really fun. And then if you like motorbikes, they had one of those too, which was super cool looking, as well as a scooter bike that has a little seat on it. A lot of fun options from Razor if you want some outdoor play on these. I just thought they were really cute and I had to show you. Over at Tommy, I found a bunch of fun little games, but what was most notable was this crafting activity that actually is using toilet paper. It's called Mache Magic. You just use the little machine to make your creations, and out comes a toilet paper creation in these little molded shapes. You can decorate these, color them, glitter them up, make them as gifts and presents. I just thought that was kind of a fun, unexpected surprise. Le Toy Van is a new company to me, and they are just amazing. Look at these materials. This is a block set that has learning, alphabet, numbers, phonics, and even a part where you can take the blocks and turn them to make your own creative pictures. I thought this put a new spin on learning with blocks. I did get some samples from this company and I wanted to show you this one that they gave me, which I thought was adorable. It is the vintage phone. It is definitely a vintage phone these days, right? This one's for ages 2 and up. And the reason why this company is just fabulous is because the quality is just beyond. I mean, it's just beyond. And there's hidden elements in each item that they make. They were showing me in their showroom. This one has a little bell inside the handset. And then of course you can move this dial on here. Smart Games has done it again. They are introducing cooperative games for 2 to 6 players. Oh yes, this is big news because they are usually known for 1-player games. But I'm gonna try and get a couple of these so I can show you more detailed in how they work, because I think you're gonna be very happy with them, especially if you like Smart Games before. Cube Duel is another 2-player game, and here's a little bit about that.
They have to be flush, back and forth and back and forth. When you can't place any more pieces, you count who has the most exposed squares, and that's the winner. 1, 2, 3 from and whoever had the most exposed squares on top is the winner of the game. All right. Very strategic game right from the first, kind of a chessy game right from the first placement. Because you can also play it in 1-player mode, building the cues according to the rules.
Okay. Back on the 1-player games, we have a new one called Jack and the Beanstalk Deluxe for ages 4 to 7.
The challenges are here, right? The idea is that you have to take these puzzle pieces and match the image that's showing on the challenge, okay? Fairly simple. Each piece is double-sided and can be dropped on the game board 2 ways, so there's 4 options.
Okay.
Look what happens with the pieces.
Oh man, that's fun.
Right?
I just adore this game. I'm hoping to get my hands on it because I just love the way it works. Of course, there's a new travel game too called IQ Arrows.
Again, like all IQ games, it's just getting all the pieces on the board according to the rules outlined in the challenge. The rules are arrows, so the arrows have to be colored and pointed as indicated in the challenge.
These games are great for traveling, you guys, and they really work your critical thinking skills. I definitely would want one of these.
My first sounds and senses, 1 to 3 years old. It's actually with different textures, sounds, and emotions.
Love it.
Designed to appeal to little toddlers and early preschoolers. My first vehicles, just vehicles, but made in the My First Easy to Put Together format.
I've recently fallen in love with Peaceable Kingdom. I think their products are just amazing and beautiful. Here's a couple of their puzzles that they have going on, but they also have a new game coming up called Yar Har Hunt. It's a collaborative game which you work together to play, which is a great thing because sometimes competition isn't always the answer, and this is working together to play the game and to solve it. If you're doing some homeschool Spanish Bingo is also from them. They got a really great set that I think is fun and colorful and will help you learn those Spanish words. And this one I thought was super interesting too. It's called Smush and Seek Treehouse. You have all these pieces in your bag. You pull one out and you're trying to find it by using the stampers on the tree. And so you just use your putty to stamp it in to see if you found a match. If not, you put that stamper back and you roll up your dough and try to search again. It's kind of a very tactile learning matching game. It was very cool. This one is fun too. You place all of your game pieces inside, shake it up, have one slide out, turn it back over, and try to remember what is missing. Easier said than done. And this is a cute one too for ages 2 and up. I think it's called Panda's Picnic. It's a shape sorting game. You pull out a shape from the picnic basket, which is also adorable, and you match it to your plate. A very simple game, but this is perfect for early learners. Speaking of early learners, the preschoolers are gonna love this Duck Duck Dance game where you roll the die and have different dance moves on it, and you flip over the cards to get an audience. A very simple movement game, which I love movement games for that age. Kind of a fun, interesting concept is this new game called Rock, Paper, Switch.
And you're working to capture your other opponents before they capture yours. So the winner is the last one with one of each pawn left on the board.
So essentially you're playing this game just as you would rock, paper, scissors with the rules of chess. For the babies, I ran across these from Babu. They are just beautiful. Look how gorgeous they are. Great first toys, wooden, and they have all kinds of fun elements on them. Perfect for all of the little infants in your life. Mindware has this great giant gem discovery kit. It's a huge gem, and inside there are so many things, the tools you need, the gems you have, and look just how beautiful this gem is. You can have a lot of fun exploring that. They also had this onboard road trip, so it's like your perfect road trip game set. It comes with a whole bunch of activities to do on a road trip and a little suitcase. It's perfectly packaged and everything's done for you, so you don't have to create your own road trip kit. You know I love that. And then of course I love outdoor activities too. These are kind of my go-tos for gifts sometimes. They are stepping stones that you create on your own. They also had some that were made for planters and ceramic banks and ceramic night lights. So I definitely know that my kids would probably love every single one of these on the shelf. Moving over to Playmaster, we have Stacktopus. It's like an octopus hand game that goes on your fingers, and you have to match the cards by stacking the cups on each other. It looks easy, but I'm telling you, it's a challenge. Colorform Silly Faces is a great game for those preschoolers too, which uses the classic color forms. We all know we like those, and you're building on to your faces, and they are indeed silly. I like these because you can play it with the game, but you can also play it by itself and make your own creations. For the babies, they had a lot of fidget gadgets. These are you push in the little pieces, you move things around. I think it's great that these are also nice and big and chunky and colorful, so they're perfect for those toddlers, but I have a feeling even the older kids will use them too. If you're familiar with Nanos, we have Nanos Junior, which are a little bit chunkier for the younger kids. They're not as small, they kind of fit in the palm of your hand. And then also coming from Hexbug are these nano sets where you have these barriers so you can make little paths and little lands for them to stay in and to move within so they can't get away from you. Create all sorts of different paths and obstacles for them to go through. Goliath had this really fun dinosaur game where you use the fine motor tweezers to pick out the piece from underneath before the dinosaur jumps out at you. This is kind of an anticipation game that combines with fine motor color matching. Really cute. And they also had Rattlesnake Jake, same kind of concept where you're putting the pieces outside of the rattlesnake, and watch out, he might jump up and get you. Double Ditto is a great game for ages 4 and up where you're learning wordplay.
And so then everyone writes down 2 things that they think the other person will write down. So like I would write down like zookeeper and dog trainer. And so if I have the same thing written down as another player, then you get a point.
You may have seen What's in Ned's Head. It's a game where you reach in and try to find all kinds of interesting objects inside.
Draw a card, say wiggly worm, and everyone reaches in at the same time, and they have to feel which one is the wiggly worm and pull it out. Let's see if I can find it if it's not already out. It's kind of hard. Oh, here we go. We got it. 24 different of these maps, and they all have different goals. And so this one, you use different shapes, and you're trying to collect the coins based on your shape. So you start on the glowing shapes here at the edge, depending on what you draw. And then you use your rubber band to make the shape, so you want to capture all the coins.
These caught my eyes. They're Mojo Pops, and they come in blind bags, so you don't know what you're going to get, but you can change the faces of these and talk about different emotions. I love that all this emotional talk is coming into mainstream toys. They even have a whole bunch of different play sets that you can have and use all of your characters with. Heading over to VTech and Leapfrog, lots of different play sets here that have a lot of cause and effect to them. If you like the toys where you do an action with one and it causes an effect with the toy, these are perfect for you. I also saw that they have this really cool vlogging camera for the littlest vloggers. If you have those kids that are really into YouTube like mine are, this is kind of a safe, no Wi-Fi used kind of activity where it comes with a green screen. You can put different backgrounds behind you and you can record your own vlogs. This is super adorable, and I thought that this was kind of fun because I know a lot of kids out there, they want to be YouTubers, and this is a much safer way to do it. It's called Kitty Zoom. I showed you this from Sweet Sweet last year where you take the color with the magic wand and you change the colors on the unicorns. A lot of you wrote and said that you thought this was pretty adorable. I think it's pretty clever too, and it does some activities with you and some movement as well. If you're into Blue's Clues, we have a whole line of Blue's Clues toys. This is the Blue's Clues notebook.
So this has 14 different learning apps. So each one you press is going to trigger a different response or activity. It's got the real voices of the characters built in. Josh is going to read you the news.
We got a letter from the mailbox.
And so just like the show, he's going to be like, we got a letter from mailbox. Who do you think it's from?
They also had a really fun Blue's Clues electronic activity book.
So this book is really all about identifying letters and letter sounds. So in the first mode, A, apple.
And what's Blue's Clues without the thinking chair? This thinking chair has a lot of things going on in it, including games with the little notebook on the armrest. You can also sit on top of it and it recognizes when you are there. The chair opens up so you can have storage in the bottom. And of course, the mailbox has some mail. While I was there, I also fell in love with this Leapfrog 100 Animals book. It has a lot of educational benefit to it where you push on the pictures and you learn about the animals. I really like Leapfrog because they involve the educational learning aspect into their toys, and they're just really thoughtful about it. Spin Masters showed me the new Etch-a-Sketches, the limited edition. Etch-a-Sketch is a classic toy, but what's really cool is they came out with a circle Etch-a-Sketch, which is kind of neat because it's not really easy to make circles, but this one will provide a whole new way to make some Etch-a-Sketch designs. Also new are kinetic sand scents, so if you're into the kinetic sand, now you can have it more of a sensory experience with the scents involved too. And then these are really fun kinetic sand toys where you can make satisfying kinds of creations with your kinetic sand. I really want to try these and see how they work. They looked so cool. And if you don't like the kitty kinetic sand and maybe you want a more adult version, that's available as well. Check out how cool this is. It would look great on an office desk. Might need to get one of these for myself. Hand to Mind is a great educational learning company. I love them. They have these great new kits. This one is a music maker science lab. We're talking all about STEM here. And then we have the squishy water breeds kit too. These kits come with everything that you need to complete these activities, including a storybook to go along with it. So you have a full lesson plan put together for you. My favorite was the Head to Toe Human Body Science Lab. This one comes with a stethoscope and some activities that you can learn about the human body. Hand to Mind also had a whole sensory tube section. Check out these sensory tubes. They are a lot of fun. Done for you already. You don't even have to make them. Remember when we only can make them? Well, now we have some great options. Also, they do a whole section about emotions. This is a little mirror here with pop-ups, so when you switch it out, you can mimic the face, you can talk about it, you can even discover what other emotions look like. I think this is a pretty clever way, specifically for that toddler and preschool age when you're just learning about those kinds of things. I was also super impressed with these. They learn about feelings. They are dice that one set has the head, the other has the body, and so it's mirroring the faces with the body language, something that really needs to be talked about. This is Little Medical School's How to Be a Great Sibling Kit. It comes with a doll and all of these materials to prepare your little one for a new sibling in the house. I think it's a very clever idea where they have some reward stickers for helping. There's also a guidebook. They can also go around and do some help, like looking for safety issues for baby proof. Also available if you don't have a new baby coming into your house is a veterinarian kit, which has everything you need to take care of your stuffed pet animals. Speaking of babies, these are pretty cool. They're called little baggies. They are also for pets and diapers. They're super cute. They can clip right onto your diaper bag or to your belt. They are completely environmentally safe, been researched, and I was super impressed with them. And they come in biodegradable rolls. I've had my eye on this for a long time. I really would love to explore it. It's called the Smart Pixelator. So using smart technology to make pixel designs. They also have this Smart Sketcher Protector and these bead sets as well. So I think that they're doing some pretty cool stuff, and maybe we can convince them to send me a sample to show you guys. I love that you can make some 3D creations instead of just flat. I think that's pretty awesome. Also ran into Green Toys. They had some fun dump trucks too. If you haven't tried Green Toys, they are a great sustainable toy company. They have toys that will stand the test of time. And for the babies, these are sensory ticklers. So they are made to play with your babies under 6 months of age. Entertain them by brushing the soft fuzzy tails onto their faces, onto their feet, onto their legs. And it's perfect for that newborn and early infant age because it can cause some great interactions with your baby. I was also given this sample to check out. It's from Brickmates. It's some learning puzzles for ages 3 and up. What's great about this is that these snap on and they don't come off. So you're doing a puzzle and they're not going to come off on you. So I thought that was pretty clever. We have the numbers one here. And the cool feature on this one is that it has these quick release. And they just pop off when you push these handles on there, which the kids think is just the best thing, right? Also from Brickmates is this stack by numbers. This one's for a little bit older child. It's 6 and up, and you're making some 3D art. So inside there's 250 pieces in there, and it has a little color guide in there if you want to make your dog creation, but you can also do any kind of creation on here that you wish. So here is the little stacker. So I place it right behind there. So now I have my template in here in which I can put my colored bricks right on top, and you can build them in a 3D form. So this guy down here has numbers, so it tells you how many of those blocks will go in that particular space. Come on top to get the 3D look. I was also told while I was there that there is a website that you can go and make your own templates. So I think that's pretty amazing. So if you have a design in mind, your little engineers can go in there and do their own 3D creations. All right, guys, that's it for the New York Toy Fair for 2020. Let me know down in the comments which thing was your favorite thing, and I'll see you in the next video.